from destination on big times. So whether that be needing to get to family or having issues getting to a destination, whether like delay
百家乐，百战百胜，
as they are.
吴老师开讲，
Next we look at
许许多多的
find total of 80
大师啊，就像那个好几位很有名的大师都问，
So these are really similar.
他说：“你怎么敢教百战百胜的打法？”
They tend to
那么
travel
现在这个是吴老师亲笔写的哦，请你务必写下来。
This year we also included a question about the
这一页我等一下马上教，很简单，很简单。
are planning to
那么这一页一旦你了解以后呢，
define
你就要了解
and more
这
than
一页。
family in another country.
这个是我的那个教案里面的第46页，这个是第45页，这个是46页。
Those are a couple of things.
那么还有一个绝密呢，是躲在第56页，第56页。所以45、46、56 combination 就是我现在要表演的。好，现在开始表演了啊！
This year we also wanted to look at a couple of specific travel trends, just solo travel, which is something that we're hearing more and more out in the market. And as you can see, there are a lot of people who are planning to get a solo trip in 2025. So we dug into that data and looked at more to see, okay, what types of trips are solo travelers most interested in? And we found that
So-
urban tourism, that they were both at the top of the list. We also looked at trends in business travel, more specifically leisure travel, which is blending business and leisure travel by adding PTO, either before or after this trip.
So-
See that even more people are planning to travel for business this year than what survey.
又重
And of those who are planning to travel for business, 60% of those people are planning to
又重，
before or after. So what did that mean? Okay, so looking at domestic travel as opposed to people who maybe just travel abroad. And more than half of
7 40倍。
international trips. In a separate question, we asked travelers how often they purchase travel,
又重，
and 95 they responded for at least one of their international trips last year. Okay, so looking at domestic travel next, you can see a similar amount of respondents are planning 3 or more domestic trips in a year.
重
Did with international travel, most respondents. How
又重，
and only 19% say they bought travel insurance for at least one of their domestic trips in 2024. So this really just shows how the mindset of
又重，
international travel rather than domestic travel. And how there really is such a big
又重，
Next, we look at the main concerns from this and what the reasons are for buying travel. And buying car is number one concern with travelers for either being sick or having an accident while at their destination, which 54% of respondents said they had their top. From there,
又重，
cancel their trip as their top concern, and about 50% responded with issues with or from their destination. So whether that be needing to cancel family or having issues getting to a destination, whether flight delay, these are all things that companies are more so considering as they are planning. Next, we looked at travel spending habits and saw that a combined total of 87.
又重。你看这个命中率多高啊！
These numbers are really similar to what we've seen in the last few years, which we're encouraged by, since it suggests that the intent to travel and reciprocal funds to be able to do so are both remaining constant. This year, we also included a question about the types of trips people have planned for 2025. And the results show that more than half of the travelers that we surveyed are planning to visit either a city or country this year, which is how we define urban tourism. And more than half of the respondents are also planning to visit.
又中
About a quarter of our respondents are planning to visit vacation, travel first.
这个全部是按照小抄打的哦。
So it's important to put a couple of things in mind. First, that these are some
好，这边你看，这边已经变11张了，所以 dragon 要出来了 ，dragon 要出来了，40倍的 dragon 要出来。
any and all of the that apply to them when answering research. This year, we also need to look at a couple of specific travel trends, the solo travel, which is something that we're hearing.
又中
Thank you. I have a question regarding the loyalty point. So the goal status is how many miles total?
又中
Okay, 40,000, right? Okay, so can you check my status?
18 verse 18
904 W0. Vicky Johnson. Yeah. 1057 Bank Road and this is paper 753. Vicky Johnson 214205556.
7，看到没有？我说7要出来了嘛，4加9加4 7 40 time，
Credit card, right?
对不对？好了，这下赚了800块。
And how about if I purchase the mileage? I also can get the loyalty point.
又中
One please. 哎，先快2点了，这个是。
又中，马上交完了，马上交完了。
Okay, so you say even I purchase or buy the mileage, I can get the loyalty point, right?
又中
Can you say some? I cannot hear you. What did you say?
又中
I need to what?
又中
Yeah, I can pay the balance, right? I can buy the mileage to reach the loyalty point, right?
5
What do you mean? To have what?
又中又中
Okay, so now I just need 7,000.
7又中又中 7， 你看
What do you mean P? I don't understand.
007 30乘以40 1200
I can pay. Yeah, I can pay. Yeah, I know. That's why I said purchase. You say no.
1200 wow, another 7
How many miles?
115. Can you believe that?
So $519, how many?
Double dragon, another 1,200.
Oh, I just will become the status.
Still winning.
I only can buy for, I cannot buy that much money. When I, yes, yes. Yes.
Still winning. Still winning.
Okay, I cannot buy Maya to get a loyal point. So how to get a loyal point? What you say about 590?
7. Amazing. Still winning. Can you believe that?
But if I pay this one, I have the status, but it's only for 1 year, right? The
Wow. Still
point will
winning.
go down, I won't get the gold status, right?
Still winning.
But the gold status is only
Hi.
for 1
Still
year.
winning.
So every year need to with
Oh,
every
hi.
exchange.
Still winning. Okay. Class dismissed. Because somebody need to use Toastmaster. Salute to you.
So every year we need to
Okay.
review.
I'm finished.
Morning, afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Maggie.
Hi, Sip.
Hi.
You find everything okay so far?
Sorry?
Did you find everything okay so far with you?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done much. I've been
Okay.
busy. Yeah.
Yeah, take time. This is a long journey, not for one day or 1 week.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Maggie.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Maggie, long time no see.
Yeah, how are you?
Good. Same old, same old.
Well, I see you're very energetic and very ready
Yeah.
for the meeting.
Yes. Try to do pull-ups. Now, just like Vincent, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yep. Is that Vincent? Yes.
Let me see how many people, 6 altogether.
Yeah, there should be a guest speaker from Mary's end. So we'll see how that goes. So it should be Mary and the guest speaker. So I expect 2 more people too. And Daniel's Toastmaster, so 9. And Betty, so we'll have 10 people-ish. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes before we begin.
And William should be joining too any moment.
Oh, okay. Wow. This is a good crowd.
Yeah.
Nice on Maggie. Thank you for filling the Marion role as well. I think most of the roles are filled.
Hi.
Right,
Hey,
Daniel,
Daniel.
Mary.
And to double check, Daniel, did you choose the word of the day already?
Yes, I'm planning to paste it in our chat.
Nice. Sounds like Jeff is speaker 2. Oh,
Not
sorry, be right back.
speaker number 3.
Sure.
We have 2 speaker already. Can I understand who is the first speaker and second? Sorry.
I'll be right back.
I'm okay, either one.
All right. Okay. Maggie, did you say you have a friend or that would like to do the speech today, or the plan changed?
I think that's Mary. Mary
Oh,
has,
Mary.
yeah, from her club.
Okay. Hi, Mary. Uh, is your friend still planning to join?
Yes, I told him 12:05.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's wait for a minute.
Sorry, I just had to pull lunch out of the oven, so.
Daniel, my guest today is a relatively new Toastmaster. He has not yet finished level 1, but he is an experienced competitor. He used to be a competitive swimmer.
Oh,
So
wow.
he knows competition,
Wow.
and now he's learning speaking.
Wow. Welcome.
Welcome.
Are you on, Marcus?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Thank you
Would
for
you-
having me, everyone.
Yeah, thank you for being here. So I guess to confirm the order, Daniel, will we have Marcus as speaker 1, Jeff as speaker 2?
Yes, believe so.
Okay.
And the evaluator number 1 is, I believe, is it the Maggie or who? Sorry, Vincent. Do you know who are the evaluator for the 2 speakers?
Yeah, so it looks like evaluator 1 Betty signed up for, but perhaps we can have Betty evaluate Jeff, and then since Marcus is giving a contest speech, we could do round robin. Would that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
All
so
right.
we can wait till Betty shows up, but otherwise we can also have Jeff as a round robin if Betty's not able to make it in time. So I think we could go ahead and get started. So I'll pass it off to Sonia to start off the meeting.
Welcome to our meeting, everyone. Sorry. My brain just went complete. I had something pop up on my other screen. Apologies for that. Welcome to our meeting, everyone. Welcome to Securely Speaking, and our meeting today on February 25th. Today's Toastmaster is Daniel, and Daniel, will you please take it away?
All right. Hi everyone. It's another week, another day. Today we are very lucky to have speakers that coming from a different club. Let's welcome him, Marcus. Can we give Marcus a minute just to introduce himself, and also let Marcus kind of share of his experience with the Toastmaster.
Hello. I am Marcus. I am in LEB Toastmasters with Mary in downtown Palo Alto on Wednesdays. I am relatively new to Toastmasters. My father was like kind of nagging me back in college to join one, and I was like, nah, Dad, I don't really need to. I don't really have presentations. And then I graduated and I went into the workforce. And then in the workforce, they asked me to do a technical presentation that I very much bombed. And I was like, okay, maybe my dad was right for the first time in my life. So I joined a Toastmasters. And it turns out I actually really enjoy it. So I've been doing it for fun in addition to improving my speaking skills professionally and as a humorist.
Awesome. Thank you, Marcus. Welcome. All right. Now like to introduce the word of the day. I was just reading the news this morning. The Dodge, right? Elon Musk, Trump. So all kind of that sagas. Uh, we hear a lot of different news about that new department, the governments, and layoff. So I like to use the opportunity to kind of talk about today's today's word of the day is effectively, right? Is another way to say efficiency, but let's use that word, and I hope you can use the words in your speech and table and other way whenever you have opportunity to say that. So I like to introduce today's general evaluator, Vincent. Vincent, can you introduce this evaluator today and your roles um grammarian. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much, Daniel. Hi, everyone. My name is Vincent. I'm your general evaluator today. I'll be introducing some of the functionaries that will be helping us out. So for today, for Marcus's speech, we'll be doing a round robin evaluation. So after his speech is complete, we'll have a minute of silence for us to take down some notes, and then we'll be doing a round robin afterward. For those that we do not get to, we'll just send him that feedback privately. For our second evaluator, we have Betty for Jeff's speech. For the functionaries, we have our timer for today. It looks like it's Sib. So Sib, would you be able to demonstrate how you'll be timing us for today, either with timing cards or signals?
Yes, so I basically I did colored backgrounds because I saw that was a thing. So let me make sure it works because I haven't tested it yet. And right, and I guess we decide just before when I need to put up which. Is that correct?
Yeah, and then so I can give a
Alright.
quick overview for the timings. I can send it to you privately as well. So
Okay.
for the timing for the speeches, it'll be 5 to 7 minutes. So you'll be displaying green at 5, yellow at 6, red at 7. For table topics, 1 to 2 minutes, where green at 1, yellow at 1.5, and red for 2 minutes. And evaluations is going to be green at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes. After that, you can just type in the timings that you noted into the chat once it's your time to speak, or not time to speak, but during the evaluation section of the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Sib, for taking this role on. And Sib is our newest member to the club, and they're already taking on roles. So congratulations, Sib, and thank you for that.
Pleasure.
Next, we have our Mary and Maggie, and Maggie was able to fill in today right before the meeting. So Maggie, would you be able to briefly describe your role as the Marian today?
This role in this for this club is a combination of grammarian and counter. Basically, I will listen to your speeches and then note down the either good usage of words or unnecessary filler words and report back at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maggie. And that concludes the functioning roles that will be helping us today. I'd now like to return the control back to you, Daniel, as the Toastmaster.
All right, thanks, Vincent, and thanks everyone who taking the role today. Without further ado, let's dive into the first speech of the day. I don't have the speech name, so I believe Marcus, you are the first speaker, correct?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Yeah. Please let us know. Sorry, Vincent.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot to ask. Marcus, if you'd like it to be recorded, see if you can do a request to record locally to the computer, just in case you'd like to observe your recording after the meeting.
I'm recording my screen and audio through OBS.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'll
Thank you
return
very
the
much, sir.
control back to you, Daniel. Sorry about that. Just wanted to double check.
All right. All right. So floor is yours, Marcus.
Thank you very much. My speech title is Fear's Tyranny. Fear will rule you unless you rule fear. As a young child, I always had a very active imagination. I dreamed of acts of courage, of heroism, dancing with dragons atop snow-encrusted mountaintops or dueling across the streets of Venice for my pride, for my honor. And yet, when it came down to it, I bowed in the face of fear to every young man's greatest enemy, talking to a girl. How many people here have ever been afraid to talk to a crush before? I certainly have. The first time I was ever had a crush on a girl, I had no clue what to do. I asked my friend Luke Pardapush, who was a surfer, where should I take this girl to ask her out? And he said, take her to a place with 3 major things. 1, a place with a lot of sunshine and water. 2, a place with a fun air and attitude. And 3, and most importantly, take her to a place you can take your shirt off. I think we're all thinking of the exact same location here, the most romantic place to take a girl out to ask her out. I took her to a swim meet. I had a 3-step plan to ask her out. Plan A, Plan B, and Plan Gods, I hope I don't get to this part. Plan A was simple. Before the swim meet, charm her and ask her out. Things were going well. As it turns out, we both immigrated to America from 2 different Asian countries. I am from Japan. I grew up in Tokyo. She's from Korea. I asked her, what part of Korea are you from? You know what she told me? She told me she was from South. What do you mean, South? I didn't think you were from North Korea. I'm not racist, I swear. This moment took me out of my rhythm. I got butterflies in my stomach. I got nervous and I thought to myself, Plan A is a dud. Good thing I have Plan B. Let's just move on. Plan B was also pretty simple. I was up against the state champion in the 200-yard freestyle, a 6-foot tall Goliath of a man with shoulders so broad you could paint the Sistine Chapel on his shoulders and still have room left over. So how was I supposed to beat this Goliath of a boy, the state champion in the 200-yard freestyle? Well, I had a secret weapon. I had a cute girl cheering for me. So, whenever I was swimming and I grew tired and lethargic and I was running out of energy, I would envision this girl cheering for me in my head and I would push through. And it worked. At the 100-yard mark, I got tired, I grew lethargic, I envisioned her in my head, I got the extra boost I needed to continue that race. I was neck and neck with the state champion all the way up until the last leg of the race. I flip turned into that wall. I could see him right next to me. I was getting excited. I had victory on the tip of my tongue, and I thought to myself, let's go! Only I didn't think, let's go. I yelled it at the top of my lungs underwater, and I started to drown summarily. And I went from first place, or at the very least tied with first place, to dead last in that event. I came out of that pool and I looked at that girl and she just said to me, what happened in that last 25? You lost all of your energy. and I just didn't have the heart to tell her. So on to plan C, aka plan Gods, I hope I don't get to this part. The issue is, now that I'm on plan C, that meant that plan A failed and plan B failed. So why would I think that plan C would work out? Why would I think that plan Gods, I hope I don't get to this part really work out for me? I'm not proud of it, but that got into my head, and I chickened out and I went home that day. I did not ask her out at the swim meet. At home, I was reviewing the day, thinking about what went wrong. And I started to realize, did I really mess up that badly throughout my day? Sure, she might have thought I thought she was from North Korea, but it's a translation issue. It happens. Sure, I lost to the state champion, but I gave him a run for his money. And it's kind of in the name. It's the state champion. Was I really messing up? Was I letting my own fear rule me and looking for reasons to chicken out? I'm pretty sure I was. So that night, I resolved to myself that no matter what, I would ask that girl out. And I did. The only issue here is that I was too young to have a car. So I didn't drive to her house. I didn't have a phone. So I didn't text her or call her. The only thing I had was an iPad mini. So I sent her an email. The worst possible way you can ever ask a girl out, an email. Ew! And yet, despite of all of this, 30 minutes later, I was reading the best 5 words any young boy can hope to read. Only if your parents approve. They did. As it turns out, I was letting my fear rule me throughout the entire day, until the moment that I ruled my own fear. I asked her out, and as it turns out, she was into me, and no matter the way I asked her out, she would have said yes. Thank you very much. I do have an epilogue if you guys would like to hear it just really quickly. It's added on if I have time or not, but I think it's funny, so I'll tell it to you real quick, just for your own humor, not a part of the speech. How did me and this girl work out? We broke up 2 years later. We got in a huge argument, the biggest argument I've ever had in my life. She said the single most xenophobic thing I've ever heard told to a Japanese man. She told me cucumber sushi is real sushi. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Marcus. It's really fun stories. And you actually, my mind was like picturing what you were just when you talked about that entire stories. Yeah, I really like it. Okay, let's give a 1 minute. Sip, can you kind of give us a 1 minute slide up so we can send Marcus a private chat about your feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's 1 to 2 minutes, right?
Just 1 minute.
Just 1 minute.
All right, this 1 minute feel a little bit longer. Um, all right. Okay. So thanks. Let's introduce the second speakers of the day. Jeff, prepare less speech. I know the title of your speech already. All right. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, the Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and other guests. I don't really a title, but I'd like to share a story. By the way, how's my signal? I say my signal is not good, but if you can hear.
We can hear it. I don't see the
Effectively.
video moving though.
Yes. Maybe you can turn
Okay.
off your camera. I don't know. Would that be a little bit more helpful?
Turn off the video. All right. It's easier. Effectively. Recently, I have decided to get retired by the end of July. Done. Everything is done. So I offer my family, I'm going to repair their house. Very interesting conversation. So my oldest brother said, well, if you don't have
Is anyone else losing
The
him?
voice is broken. Yeah, the voice is broken from mine. Can't hear.
Somehow.
I'll go message Jeff.
No.
All right. I think Jeff reception probably isn't that well. How about let's go ahead with the table topic today, and if Jeff is able to join back, and we can have that session. So the table topic master today is Sonia. All right. So Sonia.
Okay, today I have a special game for us to play. It is called Name That Word. Wait, can you see it sort of? It's called Name That Word. I'm going to pick a random victim or volunteer or voluntoil someone here to take one of my words, and I'm going to post in the chat the word and forbidden words that you're not allowed to use. And your job as our speaker is to tell us a story about that word or a description of what that word is. And what I want you to do is try to get us to guess what the word is based on your story. So for instance, if your word is dog, you can't use the word dog and you can't use any of the forbidden words, but you have to tell us a story about dog, whatever the word is, to get us to guess the word dog. And so that's our game today. So who would like to try this out first? I'm going to go with Vincent because Vincent's always really great at these types of things and getting the ball rolling.
All right, I'm up for it. Let's go, Sonia.
Okay, so this is yours. And it's gonna go only to you so that the rest of us have to guess it. Where are you?
Oh, it might be G now.
Yeah, that threw me. I'm like, wait a minute, you're down. Yeah, I was looking out for alphabetically. All right. So It's your word and then the forbidden words.
Oh wow, there are a lot of forbidden words. This is so whoever will see it, though, you'll understand once you get it. All right. I remember days where I'm just looking to the side to see my words, making sure I'm not doing a taboo. You could like ding me on it, Sonia, if I say something.
It's okay.
I'm walking on the beach, and one thing that I try to think about is what is the best thing to wear when I'm at the beach? I have my pants. Maybe I could put something below my pants as well. That's ideal for the beach. Maybe something I could wear to the beach and wear at home as well. There are many things that you can think about. There are those flip-flops. There's something similar that could be a bit similar to flip-flops that I feel like you could just, it's a part of a home comfort. And I didn't realize that this is so good, especially if you have things like hardwood floors. When you're walking around, thank you, Brian, I was saved with these slippers. You're able to go on and like what I realized is that slippers have been so instrumental for me for just keeping warm at home while still maintaining comfort. With a hardwood floor, I find those winter days to be so gruesome because the worst part is my circulation to my feet is terrible. So once my feet feel cold, everything about me feels cold. I need to put on a scarf, I need to put on gloves when I could easily should just find slippers. So I highly recommend that you invest in slippers in the future for both your indoor comfort and maybe something for the outdoor comfort at the beach as well. Thank you. And Sonia, sorry, I wasn't sure if they say the word,
That's
could you
okay.
use it afterward or?
Yeah, that's fine. He
Okay.
guessed it and it was right. And so yeah, that's fine to
Oh,
use
I
it
thought
after they
so.
guess it correctly.
Well, we're supposed to guess after, right? Like,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
as long as it's
Oh.
after, that's perfectly fine.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, we could do that. Sorry.
As long
I
as
was
somebody guessed it, that's fine. All
okay.
right.
Sounds good.
But that was great. You got the message across for what you were talking about, and we got a good guess out of it. We got several good guesses, but then finally, and we got the correct guess. So good job, everybody. Okay, so who's my next victim? Who wants to volunteer? Brian, I
Benson
see
or
you sort of
Brian?
like.
yeah, let's go.
All right. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you this one because I think this one will hit home for you. There you are.
I am a dad of 9 years now, and my kids love to play certain things with other people. And when you have lots of other people, then there's always a chance that someone will get lost when you're playing with other people. And because of that, they want people to get lost a lot every time they're bored. And they never ever want to be seeking. Oh, see, I guess I messed up already, but you guys already guessed it. They always want to play hide and seek.
Good job.
And because of that, it's really hard when they always want to seek. They never want to hide. And so if I'm playing hide and seek with them, I'm always a hider. And I'm kind of a big person. And they already know the houses that we hang out at, like grandpa and grandpa's house, our own house. They know all the hiding spots already. And there's only so many hiding spots for a big person. So it's an extra challenge. I don't mind the challenge, but man, I really wish I could be a seeker sometimes. With that, I'd like to hand it back over to our table topics master. That's it. Thank you.
Very good. Great job, everyone. Okay, we have time for another. Let's see. Okay, who would like to take the next one? Marcus, you're able to join in as well if you like.
Sure, I could take the next one.
Okay. I'll give you this one. So it should be relatively easy. Or should I give you a super easy one? I have one super, super easy one.
I trust you with whatever you pick.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the super easy one. I'm gonna be nice.
Thank you very much.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. About 2 years ago, me and a different ex from my story, were dating, and she studied abroad in this very beautiful continent. I went to visit her, and I visited my cousins who live there. They have a very strong accent. Uh, and initially we had beans on toast. This is not the word. And then after we started at the initial location, we took a very interesting underwater subway system to the final destination, which is the location of interest. This location of interest is very famous for its paintings, its culture, and their very snooty attitude. We often went to bakeries and had a lot of their local cuisines, and we would order in the local language, but they would like scoff at us and make fun of our accents and the way we pronounce things, even though we were trying our best to assimilate with the culture. It was so annoying. And yet, oh, Mary did guess it, by the way.
Yes.
Good job, Mary.
Very good, Mary. You finish your story?
Yeah,
Okay.
more story.
Yeah, so we ordered a bagel, we ordered a baguette off of this bakery, and we went in and they were very nice and pleasant to our face. My ex tried their very best to order in the local language, and we were able to buy it for like €1, which was pretty cheap. But and we left. The issue is when I go back inside, because I wanted another bagel. They were snickering with each other, and they were like, "Americano, Americano," and I'm like, "Oh man," they were making fun of her. So I had to have a debate in my head. Do I tell her and break her heart and be like, "Hey, by the way, they were making fun of you," or do I just keep it to myself and not and let her believe in the fantasy that she had? I believe I wanted to keep it a secret, but she kind of pulled it out of me. So at the end of the day, she did find out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's see. I have one more, and I think I'd like Mary to do this one.
Okay.
This one's up your alley.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master, for this question. I love to travel, and I love to travel to places that are very different from where I live. I live in an area that is very urban. I live in an area that has a very moderate temperature. That is the opposite of the kinds of places that I like to travel to. I like to go to places where I'm going to experience things that are very, very different than where I live. So as a result, I travel south. I travel toward the equator. I explore places around the equator that have a very different climate, a different humidity, a different kind of plants. And as a result, it is very moist, and a lot of things can grow here and climb on me and fall on me and make me wet and worry about things that are disappearing. Yes, Sonia. I think it's Sonia. Who is it? So let's see. Sib, maybe this was. Indeed, the rainforest is disappearing on us. If you have not been, I encourage you to go before they are all gone. You will see birds that are disappearing and other animals and insects. So if you can go to the rainforest, please do go. It's a wonderful experience, completely different than here in the Bay Area. Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Mary. Great job, everyone. Great guesses. And I think we're coming to about close for our time on this section. So let me pass it back to you. Where'd you go?
Then you have to leave for a family emergency.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
I was looking for him. I couldn't
Yeah.
find him. So who's going to take over as our Toastmaster of the day?
I could take this on and then I'll pass off to whoever would like Toastmaster of the day for next week, if that works. So thank you, Sonia, for leading that fun, exciting session. I always love what you do with it. I don't know how you're gonna step it up for each time. Like, oh my gosh, Sonia has the tough task each time to like have a new one, but I always enjoy those experiences. I'm sure you'll be able to come with something. I'm definitely gonna take this idea to my club for the next time. So
I
for
like to
the
come up with things that are fun.
next, we'll be going to the general evaluation section. First, we'll be giving our round robin feedback for Marcus's speech. And Zip, for this one, would you be able to time it as 4 to 6 minutes? Normally it's 2 to 3, but because we're doing round robin and because we don't have a second evaluator, we can make it a little bit longer. So green at 4, yellow at 5, and red at 6.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. All right, with that, we'll start off with Marcus's round robin. So first, I can kick it off and then I'll pass off the baton afterward. But Marcus, one thing I really liked was how you're able to manage the time. I noticed that there were certain stories that you wanted to tell, and you were able to share that afterward as well. And I thought it to be very funny. I'm trying to figure out where do we fit this in? Is there room for it? Because I thought the humor there was good. So I really appreciate time management because once you do hit that 7 minute 30, your speech won't even be able to get judged. So great job in time management and figuring out which stories worked, which parts you could cut off. I was thinking that one thing I liked from because I heard this speech once before at the in person. So one thing I liked about the previous one was when you were jumping into the joke, you just went right into it and then you added a pause. I don't know. I think there's different feedbacks on should we build suspense up to the joke or should we just go straight into it, pause afterward? Personally, for me, I just like the go straight into it, then pause as the audience takes in like what just happened, and I get the opportunity to laugh. Your pauses were on point. I'd just say personally, to go right into it, just to see how it feels. You could test it out with another club to see how their responses are. Maybe you'll get the opposite after and say like, maybe you need build up. I don't know. So just play around with what you like personally. And if you enjoy that method to go to the joke, I think it's a winner. So best wishes for the contest.
Thank you very much.
So next, I'd like to call on Brian, if you have any feedback for Marcus's speech.
I think I'm looking at the judging ballot right now, and I think you've hit pretty much all the marks, especially with delivery, your voice, your pacing. I think there is a structure there. I wish that you got through all of your material. So if there's a way to cut down some parts of it, would benefit you, I think, so that you have more time to pause for effects, for laughter, hitting your jokes, building up and more putting dramatic pauses where you need to. So if you can cut something out, I probably would suggest thinking of the part where, hey, you're talking to your friend, here's some advice. That part, there's 3 things that you need to go do, whatever. where you have to take off your shirt. I think that kind of, if you could turn that part into a joke or like make that part a little bit shorter, would be one place where you can benefit there. Because hey, do you really want to go ask your girl out when there's a bunch of other dudes taking off their shirts too, especially those brawly guys? I mean, hey, unless you're the brawliest of brawly, then you should mention something like that too. So there's an opportunity there to either cut things down or you can turn that part into like another joke, or another point of humor. But overall, I think you did great, and I think you got lots of points in all the other categories on the humor speech criteria. So good job. Jay.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Oh, one more thing is,
Yes.
I know it's an in-person thing, right? But your camera's a little pointed a little low.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not good at this, but I will admit.
Okay. But it does sound like if it's an in-person thing that yeah, you're gonna knock it out of the park. So good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brian. Marcus is pretty tall. I'm like, whoa, when I met you in person. Anyway, next I'll go off to Benson for personal feedback, any
Yeah,
feedback you
yeah, of
noticed.
course. Yeah, but Brian's comments almost covers all my words, and yeah, basically I like the hand gesture while Marcus doing, so keep that up. I really like that, and the initialize in the presentation delivery, I like that too. Other than yeah, it's well organized. I remember the plan ABC. And the humorous scene is the additional part. I mean, the cucumber sushi is the best thing I heard about that. You know, but it's not in your speech though. Yeah, it's a great job. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Benson. Yeah, let's figure out how to incorporate that somewhere. I thought that was a nice add to it. Next, Sonia, what were your thoughts on Marcus's speech?
I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was very humorous, and I also thought that it really relates to a lot of people. A lot of people would be able to really kind of clue in and really find the humor in it and really feel like they could find a way to relate to it in their own lives. One of the things I think that you could probably do to improve the speech is add a little more fluctuation in your vocal variety. Maybe also include like different points of view with that, like when you're talking with your friends, maybe, hey, one guy says this and the other guy says this, or when you had the little thing with the girl and the with the North South Korean thing, maybe add a little tit for tat with that in the two different voices, just to give it a little more dynamic. That
Like,
just
be like, hey, yada yada, and like, hey, yada yada kind of thing.
yeah.
Gotcha.
And when you're on stage and you're there in person and you're standing, you have more space to sort of do that when you're in front of a crowd. And I'd also recommend, I know doing this in front of us and getting feedback is great, but also do it in front of standing up in front of a test crowd as well, because you are going to be standing up in front of people in person. So you'll need to get some feedback on your body language as well.
Sounds good. Going back a little bit, when you say vocal inflection, do you have like an example so I could like conceptualize it a little bit better?
So, like, for instance, when you're talking, say, with the girlfriend or the prospective girlfriend about being South Korean or North Korean, you could put something in like where she's shocked, like, oh my God, you said what? I'm what? Or, something when she could be surprised and her voice could go up, or you say, oh, no, calm her down. That's not what I meant. And, something of that nature, where you could raise your voice or lower it to be, when you're trying to talk someone down, you lower your voice and, and make calming gestures. No, that's not what I meant. Versus when she's shocked, you think I'm what? Oh my God, no, things of that nature.
Gotcha.
So that's, just different ways to make it a little more dramatic.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. I love the clarifying questions as well, Marcus. So I like that. The next, I'd like to call on Maggie. What are your thoughts?
I enjoy the story that Marcus told, especially his facial expression and body gesture, all very supportive and enthusiastic. He incorporated everything that he could use in front of the camera to support his storytelling. And two things that Sonia and Brian have taken out of my mouth, which is I thought that Marcus could put more adjectives to the description of the girl. Maybe she's shy, she's subtle to respond to you, to interact with you. That subtlety, you could present it either with the body gesture or your intonation of your voice. And another point, I'll make it into like a dialogue. I think you got it when Sonia gave her comments to you. You made a body gesture. You stand on the side and the girlfriend stood on the other side. The other part I would like to say, yes, your camera is set probably it's lower. The forehead was not showing when you spoke most of the time.
Sounds
And
good.
right.
Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off.
Your forehead still not. Now I'm looking at you. I hope that was only my problem. Maybe raise. Yeah, that's better. Yes, very, very cute, charming. Yes, 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 very good. And also, you don't have to speak all in the fast speed. Somewhere you could slow down just to sort of build up the little drama or something. Okay, back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Maggie. So next I'd like to call on Sib, if you'd get to give some feedback to Marcus for his speech.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster. Yes, I thought that was a very engaging story, very interesting. And I don't know, I guess I don't know enough about how one is supposed to do it to be able to give, advice other than, saying it was fun for me. Sorry.
Thank you very much.
No worries. I feel like that feedback is important, just to get the feel of how the audience feels. So as long as you felt fun, and that was like the goal of Marcus's speech, which I think it is for a humorist, then I think it shows that it accomplished its purpose. So thank you, Sid, for the feedback. And last, we'll call on Betty since I know we're a bit short on time. Betty, do you happen to have feedback for Marcus's speech?
Yes, Marcus, you are very impressed to me as your age, and then you know how to deal with in front of the audience. You ask people question to catch attention, and also your vocal is very up and down. Attract the people to listen to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Betty. And I think with that concludes round robin. Since we are getting closer to our time, I'd like to now ask our functionaries to give each report. So Sib, if you can, would you be able to note down the timing and then just send it in the chat? Just once we're a bit short on time as well.
Yeah.
And I'll ask
Sorry.
Maggie in the meantime to give. Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Go on, Sib.
what do you want me to do?
If you happen to have the timing for each session, I'm not sure if it was noted down, but if you do happen to.
No, I
Okay.
didn't note the whole thing. No, sorry, I didn't realize.
Oh, no worries. So I think did you notice any time go over? Like, how was Marcus? It was like a little bit over it was like 7 minutes and 6 seconds-ish or something, right?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
Okay, yeah, as long as he's
But
within time.
very, yeah.
Yeah, and we're
Not
good.
by much, not by much at all. Yeah.
All right, yeah, as long as everyone's
I didn't
qualified.
use the red all that much.
Yeah, that's a good sign. So everyone was within time, and so keep it up, everyone, with your timing. Next, I'd like to call on our Mary and Maggie. How do we do on our ahs and our grammar?
I'll try my best to make it effective. That's the word for today. In general, everybody was speaking very well. From the time that I have listened to all the speeches you have given, everybody improved to some extent. For example, Daniel had less in between sentences, but he still has had today we had an issue with Jeff's connection when he was speaking, and we had a innovative table topic master session, which I was trying to listen to all the stories, so I didn't focus on the usage by you. Now I can report to you by Sonia, Daniel, and Marcus did have when you think, when you start to speak. And gesture-wise, everybody did very well. And that's my report. Thank you. Back to you, Vincent.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Well, last but not least, I'll give a quick functionary report of the meeting as a whole. So I just want to say thank you, Mary, for bringing Marcus along. And Marcus, thank you for being our guest speaker for today. Hope the experience was good. I think I might have some time to get some quick guest feedback. And so, Marcus, what were your thoughts on the meeting?
I thought it was good. I thought it was very well run. I loved the idea of the table topics where you describe a thing and it's not just like a prompt. And I thought the trick of trying to figure out how to describe things on the fly without using specific words makes me think about like how I'm talking and not just the story I am telling. And I thought that was very fun. I appreciate y'all's feedback and yeah, thank you very much.
Well spoken, Marcus. I was going to comment on Sonia's table topics as well, and I just want to say, Sonia, thank you for all that you do for the club and how you inspire us to bring the table topics to new levels. I appreciate it. So overall, I thought all the roles were done well. Sib, I appreciate how you were able to like check in for the timing for each one. So I thought that was really good because as a timer, sometimes we're not sure about the timing. So I was like, I appreciate how you were able to private message, double check for each one. So I thought that was spot on. Let's see, to enhance it further. Actually, no, I thought Daniel did well in trying to figure out for flexibility in case a speech wasn't able to be given. He was quickly able to adapt and say, let's move on and see how we can refocus. So great job on Daniel's part. And then for feedback, I'll work on seeing if I can create like a master's functionary list of what each one we can do, and then just place it on our Google Doc somewhere or Google Drive somewhere and share it to the group. So that's something I'll work towards, and we'll see how that goes, and to get feedback on that as well. With that, I'd like to turn the control back, but I'll turn it back to, I guess, Brian, to see if there's any presence announcements.
Well, the only other thing is membership. Some membership stuff. Well, we new members, Sib, yay! Oh, welcome, Sib. It's a brand new member. So I'm glad to have you here, and I know you're gonna grow a lot with us here at Securely Speaking Toastmasters.
Thank you, Brian.
And
I'm really
then
excited to be here.
cool. Okay. We're all really excited for you too. Then there's renewals coming up, so that's by the end of March. There's no real rush to get renewals done by the end of this month. Like we don't really use district credit, but it's nice. $50 in district credit is cool. But I wouldn't push for it because we don't really use it. So no worries, but just get your dues in. We have self-pay enabled. So sometime before the end of March, get your dues in. And then is there anything else going around the district or in the area, the division?
Oh, I forgot to mention, there's the contest. So the March 8th is our club or our area's contest. So do swing by to support Sanuj if you're able to make it. On the 8th, I think it's like 12:30 p.m. plus. So I'll have to double check. I think it's either 1 or 12:30. I'll double check the timing, send out the official flyer so everyone knows.
Oh, is it in person?
In person, yes.
So you're going to be in person for this contest?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. When is it? It's on March 8th. It's at 12:30.
Yeah. March
This is
8th,
Saturday, right?
12:30 or 1. Yeah, it's on Saturday. So mark your calendars if you can. Just to reserve it. I think it'd be a good time for everyone to get the chance to meet up. I won't be able to make it, unfortunately. So I'm like, what's it called? Punching myself for that. But yeah, if you can make it on the 8th, I know that just being in person, seeing familiar faces is a plus for the contest. So do see if you can. And they also need functionary roles if you're able to attend. I think that is mostly it. And then for the roles for next week, I just wanted to double check if Sib, if you'd be up to give your icebreaker for next week. It's the very first speech, 4 to 6 minutes introduction about yourself, if you're up for it.
Okay, all right. So it's a prepared speech.
Yeah, it's a prepared speech.
Yeah, okay.
All right, nice. And then
Great.
for the main Toastmaster, I wanted to check if Benson or Brian, if you'd be able to be the head Toastmaster for next week.
Yeah, I can be the Toastmaster pudding.
All right, thank you so much, Benson. And for table topics, I know it could be intimidating to follow up for Sonia, but would there anyone like to try the table topics master for next week? Sanuj, do you actually no, Sanuj, we want to give him practice before the contest for next week. So that one we can like do extra for
Oh,
him.
but yeah, it would be more like a standard, like more of a standard question. That's nothing crazy.
Just so you can practice for the table topic session. Brian, do you think you'd be able to fill this
Yeah,
one for table topics?
Yeah, I come up with the appropriate contest.
All right, sounds
Kind of,
good.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, whatever you feel like they'll throw at the contest, and then you could observe how we answer as well. So I think that would be fun. But all right, I think with that could, since we're at the 1 o'clock mark, I'll turn the meeting over to Sonia to close out the meeting. For the other roles, we'll fill
Picture?
offline. Oh, picture, yes.
Okay, I'll do the picture.
Yeah, we take a little
Ready?
screenshot picture for the meeting to commemorate the
For the
meeting.
meeting.
So
Okay. 3, 2, 1, cheese. It's done.
I should have kept that pose, Marcus. I'll return it over to Sonia to help close out the meeting.
All right, well, thank you everyone for joining us today. It was a very effective meeting. Thank you all. And we will see you back here next week, same time, same bat channel.
Sounds
good
good.
one.
Have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.